I know you're gonna dig this.
There we go. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm out in the shop by myself, taking a break from working on that to working on this 2014 Dodge Charger. We're going to change a headlight, HID headlight, and a little bit tricky, but not that hard. Let me show you how it's done. Let's talk about what we're going to need. You're going to need the lamp. This is a Philips D35C1 HID. Be careful when you take it out of the package. Do not touch the glass portion. If you get oil on it, the heat may cause the glass to crack and then you'll have a failure. That was a $140 lamp. Maybe a little less if you shop online, but locally it was 140 bucks. I'm going to need a T30 Torx. Going to need something to pry those clips out, those plastic push pins. Maybe some needle nose, and definitely going to need a 10 millimeter on this job. Okay, so the problem with my car, it's not a complete failure. It looks kind of purplish. It's the low beam on this side, and you can see the other side is much brighter. Now, I don't know, a month ago I had to change the passenger side, and while I had the front end off the car, I should have replaced them both, saved some work. But I didn't, so I get to do it again. If you got a passenger side, you can get at it, access it right through here. You can pull the cover off, and it looks like you can just reach in there and take it out, but you can't get enough grip on it to twist it. So what you end up having to do is take the headlight out, and then it's much easier. Problem is, to get the fasteners, it's under the bumper cover. So you have to take the whole bumper cover off, which means taking screws out of the inner fender, both sides. So to make things a little easier to show you, I've raised the car up, turned the wheel out on this side so I can get at it, took the wheel off on the other side, just to make things easier. Otherwise, you can just rotate the wheels back and forth, save a little work. But we got a clear view of this side so I can show you. On the driver's side, I'm really hoping to not take the air box out. I'm hoping to pull the bumper cover off, then pull the headlight out. I'm not sure if that's going to work. We're going to find out the hard way. So I'm going to go ahead and start pulling the bumper cover off. Okay, there may have been another cover over here at one time, and it's no longer here. So I just have to take these push pins out. So I'll show you one. It's pretty simple. You've all done this. Just get a pry tool in there, pull that up, and then pull the whole thing out. So that comes out. There it is. And repeat. So I'll go ahead and do these. Okay, now in the wheel well, the trick is you've got to pop this out. This is typically stuffed underneath this lip. So you got to pry this out. There's a couple fasteners here and a fastener here. And then when we get those out, you see there's 10 millimeter. And you want to get this inner fender kind of pulled forward. So see what we can do. Okay, after you remove the fasteners across the bottom and all the way, get in there with your plastic pry tool and start pulling, and then you'll see this is clipped in there. So you just gotta get a hold of it and give it a pull. Kind of hard to do this one-handed. Just rip that out of there. So with the fender liner out, then you can go ahead and get the 10 millimeter out. Let's see if I can get on this. All right, we'll go around the other side and repeat. So on this side, same thing, fasteners, and it seems that we're missing a few. I'd normally blame previous Dodge owner, but I think this was me not putting them all back in. You gotta really grab these, get after it, get these clips, pry it all back. Pretty tough plastic. All right, 10 millimeter right there. This one out. Okay, next thing, of course, you got to grab that pretty hard. Don't be afraid to pull on this either. This has got to come out. It's in there pretty good. Wow. This is a plastic bumper cover, so don't want to break the clip, but you got to pull it out. That's what that clip looks like. We'll go around the other side. So you see, we pull that out and we can start pulling the whole front down. Same on this side. Yeah, can't be afraid of it. Just get in there, pry, pull. That came out easy. Go ahead, all the way around. Pull it forward. See, now that I pulled this forward, where's the other Torx? So we got a Torx at the bottom somewhere. Okay, it's gonna be hard to see down below, but I have a Torx. It looks exactly like this. And there's 4 fasteners. So you come down here, underneath. Can't see it, my hand's pointing right at it under there. And then the same thing, you gotta reach down underneath. Can't pull the cover back far enough, but I don't think I need to release the fastener. Okay, on this side I ended up going with a Torx socket and a 1/4 inch drive, and I can get on it from here, and I'm sure the other side will be similar. Okay, on the lower left one, I ended up using 2 wobble extensions to get in there. A little bit difficult. All right, let's see if we can get this headlight out. All right, moment of truth. If the wires are long enough, I'll be able to get at this. Maybe not. So let's get this thing. Oh, plenty of room. Look at that. Okay, so we want to get on the end one right here. So we have to get this out, pull this out, turn this, see if I can get this out further so you can see it. Okay, a little bit of twisting and moving. I got the headlight bucket out, and I did not have to take the air box out. So the next step, because it's the outer light, the low beam, is I got to pull this clip off. I try the one-handed YouTube mechanic thing. Oh, that's easy. Very good. All right, there's our light. So the next step is we've got to pull this clip off, and I won't put the camera down to do that. I don't want to break it. And then the light, hard to see, but then you have to rotate the whole thing out, and I'll show you that when I get her out. I think it'd be easiest to take the wire off after I get the lamp out. So if you can tell, there's a collar that you have to turn counterclockwise, a plastic collar, and that is what clips the whole thing in. And that's part of the problem. Even if you can reach that, you can't get in there and turn it. It's very difficult to turn, and I'm struggling with it a little bit, and I'm gonna try it again. See if we can get that out. Okay, I got the old lamp out. Pull the, it pulls out pretty tough, but just pull it straight out, and the wire comes out. And this clip, it's about 3/4 of the way around, and that's what holds through this groove, holds it all together, holds it in the hole. So now just repeat what you did without touching the lamp. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the lamp installed, then I'll push the wire on. Then I'm gonna test before I put everything back together. Okay, yeah, that's bright. Looking good. So now just reverse, put it all back together, and put the wheel back on. Well, that wraps it up. Appreciate you watching. Our channel, Dre Racing, is approaching 1,000 subs. I really appreciate you watching. A like, a subscribe, and share it with your friends. Hopefully this was helpful. We got a whole season of racing ahead of us with this Duster, points racing at Tri-State Raceway. And if you want to check out my channel, Track and Travel with Rick, I haven't posted much this winter, but we're getting back into the season, and plenty of stuff coming up for it. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.